Hello again, and welcome to another data processing class. I'm sure many of you listened to the instruction I gave in the last class when I said you can no more mark present until you turn in your task. So the submission of your task now means you are present for that class or not. Please take note of that. This continues. Today we will be looking at the topic data modeling. Of course, it's a revision where all the topics in our DP have been taught before. So we'll go over them. Data modeling. Before we go to the objective at all, what does it mean to model? Of course, you've heard about fashion modeling. What do? They put on some wares and they move around the stage to showcase these things. Now, how does that relate to data modeling? Okay, let me create a scenario for you. Do you know that before even soldiers go to war, especially in the time where there is no war, what do you think they do? There's a kind of way they simulate a war environment, having gathered a lot of data to ensure that they simulate the environment to look like a war zone, and the soldiers feature therein. I'll give you another example. What about PS4 or PS3, as you all know it? How did they come about it? That is not the real thing, you know. If you want to watch a real football match, you have to wait till Saturday or any other day to watch a real football match. But you can as well just put some teams together and you control the game. That is also a form of data modeling. They model the real players or the real world to ensure you have something to play as a game. That is data modeling. How do you come about that? You have to collect some data, vital data, to ensure that you put these things together to look like the real world. At the end of the lesson, we will be able to define data model with various types. Now, what is data model? Data model refers to the structure of what? Of data. Structuring of data to ensure that it is well organized for the process we want to put it to. So we want to put data to good use. We need to what? Structure the data. We need to structure the data. That is modeling. Of course, what are the various types? You have flat file, you have hierarchical model, you have network model, you have relational model, a whole lot of them. I think 2 years ago, they asked them in WIEC to mention 6 types of data model. So keep that in your mind. Make sure you know at least 6 types of data model. All right? The second objective says to explain the approaches in data modeling. Okay, there are 3 approaches. You have the logical, you have the conceptual, and the third one, I will keep it, you find out yourself. Conceptual, logical, and the third one, you input that yourself. As I'm explaining, you should be able to recollect. And the last objective we'll be looking at is creating a simple data model using an instance of relational model. So when you get to your Google Classroom, I'll be giving you an instance here to create a data model for me using a relational model. What is an example of relational model? Your Microsoft Access is an example of relational model. So it enables us to gather the data, to structure the data, and to use it. Now, when we gather the data, we structure data, we can query the data. We can as well create forms, and we can create reports from the data that we gather. This is what we refer to as data modeling. You understand what I mean? You see what I mean now? Okay? So I will be giving you the task to do on creating simple data model for use in the Google Classroom. Make further research into data modeling, because in real life, nothing happens in the real life that has not been modeled, even by a computer or by a computing machine. Make sure you keep that in mind.